I think everyone thought about why the country didn't print millions of dollars and everyone get rich. I mean, it's just paper, right? So the government can print billions and billions, and with that, we end poverty and everyone become happy and rich. And please don't tell me you never thought of this idea before. I mean, that was our childhood dream. I know that was a beautiful dream, man, and you said, I got it. I got the idea that will change the whole world. But unfortunately, my friend, this dream will never come through. Okay, let's imagine that the government actually printed billions of dollars, and let's say it's give every person 10 million. And with this, the poverty will end, right? No, my friend, that's what you and I think when we still children. Actually, my friend, this thing will literally destroy our life and our country. What? Are you seriously? How, man? It's just the money. How this thing will destroy our life? Because you will not simply find the doctor who will treat you because he has become rich. You will not find the mechanic who repairs your car because he has become rich. You will not find the farmer who brings you the food. Say it. Because he has become rich. And please don't tell me he can do the both. I mean, come on, man. No one will drive Ferrari and work in McDonald's. So everyone will quit their jobs because they had become rich. I mean, why I work and I am a millionaire? And with this, the life will stop. But maybe you will tell me, come on, man. Yeah, you didn't convince me, you know. I mean, why not? I can be a millionaire and work. I don't have a problem with that. But unfortunately, there is another reason to prevent this idea. The most important reason why countries prevent to printing money more than necessary is something called the inflation. The amount of money that's printed in the country is according to many factors, such as gold reserves and the economy and the industry and the stability of the country. But if the country prints more money than local production, like oil reserves or gold reserves, this will make the money worthless. But man, I don't understand this economic stuff. Okay, I'm gonna give you a very simple example. First, you should to know that the higher of demand causes the higher of the price. Let's say you are going to the supermarket to buy a chicken, and the price of this chicken is $5. But imagine that everyone has become rich and has millions of dollars, and instead of buying one chicken, the person will buy 10 chickens. But the amount of chicken is still small, but the money is what has become a lot. And of course, the chicken will run out of markets because everyone has become rich and bought all the chicken. And as we said, the higher of demand causes the higher of the price. And of course, the demand for the chicken will be a lot. So of course, the price of chicken will rise because it has become rare and everyone wants it. And the price for the chicken that was $5 will be $1,000 or $2,000. So what the point of owning a million if the price of a chicken is $2,000? And of course, this is not limited to chicken only. Repeat this example on any other products such as homes, cars, clothes, and everything. The worst type of inflation is the hyperinflation, and there are many countries that have been hit by this type of inflation. The first of them was Germany. Imagine that the inflation in Germany in 1923 was at 29,000%. This percentage is literally crazy, man. And to understand the amount of inflation that was in Germany at that time, imagine that $1 was worth 2 trillion German marks. And to understand this number, it's at 12 zeros on the right. Money in Germany has literally become cheaper than dirt. Money is turned into toys for children to play in the street. Even when a person needs to buy a cup of coffee, he needs to carry bags of money to buy it. Imagine that instead of buying a coal to warm themselves in winter, they were literally burning money because it was cheaper than coal. The reason of this massive inflation was the German government printing all this money to pay off its debts after World War I. The second country was Zimbabwe, which is one of the strongest economies in Africa. Before the government made a stupid mistake by taking the farms that owned by white people and giving them to black people who had no experience in agriculture, which has led to the collapse of agriculture sector, which is one of the most important source of income for the country, until employment level in the country reached 70%. Imagine 70% of country population being unemployed. Of course, many people left the country and there was hyperinflation in 2008 because they made the same mistake and printed a huge amount of money without any other assets. Imagine that the slice of bread in Zimbabwe was worth 10 million Zimbabwean dollars and the chicken, the chicken was worth $200 million, and heaps of money become thrown in the street but without any value. And imagine that there was a note worth 100 trillion Zimbabwean dollars. This means that every person in Zimbabwe was considered a multi-trillionaire, but he could not buy even a bicycle with these trillions. In the end, Zimbabwe was forced to stop dealing with the local currency and begin dealing with the US dollar and the South African rand. But the highest rate of inflation in the history was in Hungary in 1946, where it made the same mistake and printed a huge amount of money to pay compensation to the countries after World War II. Imagine that Hungary has printed a paper worth 100 quintillion. Of course, you think now that I got this word out of my head, but this thing is actually happened. And to understand the value of this number, there's the million, and then there's the billion, and then there's the trillion, and then there's the quadrillion, and after come the quintillion. So there is a lot of zeros in this number. But this paper with this crazy number was worth only 20 US cents. So the money in Hungary at that time was just a trash. And now I think you understand why we cannot achieve our childhood dream and print millions of dollars. And yeah, that's it. If you're still here, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on my Instagram, okay? And see you in the next video. Goodbye.